A word to the wise: safe haven, a place of protection or shelter.
When Nebraska passed a certain law a few months ago, it hoped to establish itself as a safe haven for infants that weren't wanted by their parents. The problem is 35 young people have been abandoned since the law went into effect, and none of them are infants. In fact, all but 6 have been over the age of 10. Sean Calebs examines this controversial legislation and how Nebraska lawmakers are hoping to change it.
It wasn't supposed to be like this. Nebraska lawmakers are set to close a legal loophole this week to make sure that only infants less than 30 days old can be abandoned at the state's hospitals under its safe haven law. Since it became law in July, any parent can legally abandon children of any age by declaring 2 simple words: safe haven.
Heartbreaking, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's unbelievable, the cases that we're seeing.
Often, social worker Courtney Anderson has been the first comforting face children find.
Some children have been begging their parents or guardians not to leave. They might not really understand why they're being left at the hospital, but they know that they are being left and the parent or guardian might be fleeing. Legislators admit a certain oops factor.
We didn't think that it would be used to the extent it was. We didn't anticipate children coming from other states.
Parents like Lavinia Cooper say they've abandoned kids with mental issues that they simply can no longer control. Cooper told lawmakers she left her 11-year-old son Skylar at the hospital after enduring years of abuse and fighting.
Around 11:45 p.m. that night, I gave Skylar a kiss, a hug, and I told him that I loved him, and I went home.
Many abandoned children end up in Nebraska's famed Boys Town, started by Father Flanagan nearly a century ago. The director says consider this before criticizing parents or the state.
I think it shows that what's going on is there are parents who are so desperate to get their kids help that they just don't know what to do.
Lawmakers know they've been roundly criticized for the way the initial safe haven law was crafted.
Is there anything you wish that the legislature would have done differently, thinking back?
No. I mean, basically, everyone stood up and said, "We are a caring state. We're going to address this issue." I'm proud of that.
Friday is the soonest the amendment can become law. With the window apparently closing, both lawmakers and social workers fear that more parents will abandon their children at hospitals in the state over the next 2 days. Sean Calebs, CNN, Lincoln, Nebraska.
All right, as you can imagine, this story's gotten a lot of media attention. We're sure you've got some thoughts about it. We want